Recently in North America, it's been really cold. I mean, really cold. So cold that even SaltEcrafter, who loves going outside to search for crack kits, the second she opened the door, she was like, heck no. And so instead of searching outside in the trash or in nature, she ended up looking under the bed, and for some reason, I don't know how, she ended up finding a craft kit by Crayola. Is it a craft kit? I don't know yet. And as some of you may know, SaltEcrafter and Crayola do not have the best of relationship. It's pretty toxic, if you ask me. Crayola's let her down more often than not. And so this week's kit under attack, review, is Crayola's Nail Marbling Kit. This kit cost about $15, but interestingly enough, it's not in the market anymore. Did Crayola do an oopsie? Guess we'll find out. This week's shoutouts go to, there are quite a few because you grains are so talented and I want to shout everyone out, but I can only select some at a time. Call Me Lizzie, Kai Ravki, Micah Cobblepot, Tablala, and Chef Girl Art, who turned me into a magical girl. Well, turned Salty into a magical girl. So I'll link their video down below. Remember, if you want a shout out in my Friday videos, don't forget to hashtag Nerdification Squad in the comment section below within the first 45 minutes of a video's release, or hashtag NerdECrafter on Instagram or Twitter anytime with any of your creations. When we look at the box, the first impression is that it does give us some gorgeous marbling effects. I would really love to know if we can replicate those designs. Crayola, can we? Or is it another one of your life in the trench? Time to see what we get inside. What we get inside: 3 colors of nail polish, a practice design wheel. You can't use these on your own fingers, you just practice. Stick-on nails. These are so tiny. Hang on, for those of you before you say,
"But Jakey, this is made for kids, these are too small for you."
Someone bought it for their kid, and look at the review. They were too small for my daughter, who was 10, so she gave it to my 7-year-old, but they came off right away. So even though the box itself says 8+, they really should have an 8 to X years old because the nails themselves, these ones, really do have an age limit. Because if we look at their biggest piece, which is the thumb, this is how it compares. Crayola, don't tell me there's no age limit to this kit. There's an age limit. You can't just say 8+ if it's 7, 8 years old max. Okay? Okay. Even if I wanted to try to put it on, the little sticky is down here, so it's not like they give you the sticky thing, and it's really warped. Look at that. So there's no way for me to stick this thing. We also get a pot of glitter, this weird brush that isn't a brush, because the tip actually feels like cotton, like hardened cotton, like a Q-tip. That's what this feels like. And an instructional sheet, which is getting me really salty. Very, so very salty. Because immediately, the second you open this, you know that this box is absolutely deceptive. It says it's a marbling technique. Usually the first thing that comes to mind is that really awesome technique where you're putting the nail polish, I think, in water, and then you're putting your nail through it. I don't know anything about nails other than what's hollow and what's not hollow. My only information about nails is from Simply Nailogical, which she doesn't even do nail tutorials anymore. It's just fun, nail fun. That's all I know. I just know nail fun, not nail technique. So when we look here, it's not really a marbling effect technique that you get to actually learn from. You're just putting the colors down and smudging them with the Sold Cold brush that they're giving you. So-called brush, not Sold Cold. So as you can see here, these are the techniques for marbling that you're getting. And even then, the tutorial for how to make the flowers confuses me. Like, where do I put this? How do I make those flowers other than doing this? Am I making a dot? I don't know. Welcome to another episode of Crayola, You Confuse. The other thing that bothers me is that we get one One brush. And nowhere in the instructions does it tell us how to wash that brush, or if we can. Will it stay moist? I don't know. All right, let's stop the delay. Let's take our practice nails and try to make this technique over here, which is just a zigzag. And then afterwards, I'll paint on my actual nails. All right, so let's go for this technique, which looks pretty cool. So we're going to be taking the pink and yellow. So technically, we should put, oh, what's that? What is this goop? Is that normal? Did it dry up? Oh, that is gross. Why does it smell like yogurt? Oh my god, I think it's hardened. What's going on? Crayola, what's going on? Look, it's not even moving. You guys see that? That looks gross. I mean, on the inside. Get your mind out of the gutter. But yeah, look, it's not even moving. I'm not standing still. This is just not moving. What's going on? All right, let's try it on a nail anyways. Okay, it's lumpy and the brush is really stiff, but at least we can get something out of it. Let's just do a practice here. Still not sure how I'm gonna get the stuff on the inside. Okay, let's check out the yellow. There you go. Okay, this one is a lot more liquidy. The brush isn't lumpy, so the pink was bad. All right, time for the blue one. And the blue one seems pretty good, also liquidy. And the brush is not lumpy. Oh my god, that is so not opaque. That is really transparent. The blue is not that pigmented. I'll shake it and try again. All right, now it's time to marble, which means that we put half of each color and just do zigzags with the brush. All right, so I'm going to try with the blue and yellow so that hopefully the center color is going to be greenish. The instructions are really, really not that great. It's okay if we have a little zigzag. Okay, there we go. And the yellow, it's good enough. And now we're going to take our little brush and zigzag. Well, that just looks like we made a line in between. In no way does this look like marbling. All right, let's let it dry. Let's try another one and let them all dry. This frustrates me on so many levels. You're giving us a product to make a project, and that project is not even realistically made with your own instructions. I clearly followed these steps over here, and in no way did I get this marble. All I got were just cut down lines right through exactly where the brush went. And so crap kits like this genuinely take advantage of people's hard-earned money, make sure that they sell just enough with a nice little packaging and a rebranding of Crayola Creations to make it seem like they're offering a new exclusive or even like a premium product, when in fact they're offering you absolute garbage. How is this acceptable? They don't care. It's like the whole guava poop situation where they just make the money and they don't really care about their audience. They'll just offer new products and people are gonna buy it because the name itself has an actual impact. How long will that take it for the company to close down if they keep offering garbage like this over here? I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm sure if I had a raccoon paint my nails without the kit, they would do a better job than this kit. This box over here deserves to go
in the trash.
I'm going to do this one last one over here, see if we can get something. I mean, the brush is pretty stiff, so it's not like you can go lighter. I'm gonna try to go lighter and see if we can get something. I'm also going to put glitter on that one and glitter on. This is made for kids, right? Why is this pot of glitter make me feel like I'm going to dip this, like dunk, spill this whole thing all over the place? Just look at the tube they're giving this in. Shouldn't it be like a tiny little shaker instead of an actual tube that is filled to the brim, and opening it will just result in an absolute mess? Gotta be very delicate because I don't want glitter everywhere. All right, here you go. Wow, that does not look like nail art. That looks like my nail had a disease that spurs out glitter. Oh, and look, the glitter is not even properly cut. Look at that, we get a whole strand of glitter. Why, thank you, Crayola. That's exactly what I wanted, a whole strand of glitter. So on my nails, I'm going to try and attempt to make one of these flowers, probably this one here. They don't give us green. They do give us yellow and blue, but where am I supposed to mix it? Can you give me a mixing palette? perhaps? I mean, if you're going to talk about color combinations, why aren't you giving me a palette to mix the colors to make combinations? The first thing I realized is that the yellow is so transparent when you put it on an actual nail. I mean, there's a huge difference when you're putting it on white versus your nail. And then I put the blue to see if I can get a green, in which I actually did, because they were both still wet. It didn't take too long, I kid you not, maybe 3 seconds when I started to put the actual pink, and I wasn't getting a marbly swirl because the yellow had already started drying up and being very tacky. And this, my little greens, is the result of Crayola's advanced marbling. This is an absolutely terrible, disappointing mess. And so in trying to be fair, what I did for the next nail is I tried to dab it into thicker layers to try and get a nicer swirl from the layers so they don't dry. And in all honesty, it looks okay, but it's still not a marble. It's a smudge effect that we're doing. After putting the glitter, it still looks like a diseased nail. Garbage. Trash. Poop. Alright, snow clearing and garbage is gonna take a while before it's gone, so let's see at least if we can get some peel porn out of this. Now, I'm no nail expert, but pretty sure nail polish is not supposed to be a nail stain because my nails are stained and they look gross. So let's see how easy cleanup is. Here's a little cotton swab, some water. I mean, this is supposed to be for kids, right? I don't really need acetone, technically. And the answer is nope. As you can see, water and a lot of scrubbing is gonna get you somewhere, but that's annoying. Even the previous nail art kit that I did not do this. And we had some great peel porn. Gonna have to go scrub. All right, my little grains, let's go over there and have we a little chat. Time to find out. Is this kit? No. The answer is no. There are so many cons to this kit. Brace yourselves, my little grains. For those of you new to SaltEcrafter, we thrive and live on salt. Oxygen? No. Salt? Yes. Alright, so let's start with the first con. Essentially, this kit has nothing special. Paying $15 for 3 colors. The nails that come with it are really tiny. Even the comment on Amazon said that it was too small for the 10-year-old. And obviously it says 8+, but there really should be an age limit if they're going to give you a specific size. This kit is off the market. My guess is that Crayola got a lot of negative reviews, so they were like, not much to say on this con, except for the fact that it has a 3-star rating. So if you don't believe me, you'll believe other people. This kit doesn't leave much for you to do. It even puts the glue in the back of the nails, so there's not really anything you could do about it. Now, let's imagine you want to use it because you're a little person. The actual warp level of those nails that come with it are so extreme that you would even have a hard time putting it on if you have tiny nails. The 7th con, this is not marbling. Why are you lying and calling this a marbling kit when in fact it's just pretty much smudging? It just looks gross on your nails and it's just leaving this gross streak. Which brings me to the next con. There's no technique learned. It's just telling you dab a little of this and then take a cotton or weird swab and smudge it. You didn't learn a future technique if you want to be a nail artist. The instructions lack steps. They're showing you different techniques, but then they're skipping or the end result doesn't look like the actual pattern that they're showing you. I don't know what's going on with the lumpy pink, but it was pretty lumpy and the brush was lumpy, so it was hard to control. And I mean, if we're paying $15 for 3 bottles of nail polish, I expect them all to be good. You even remember seeing the inside was just not moving. The blue is so transparent. We're supposed to be making marbles, which means it's supposed to be wet, which means it's supposed to be technically 1 layer. So unless you're dabbing it in thick layers, you're going to get a transparent blue. That's what it is, transparent blue. They're telling us that we can do different colors, but they're not really giving us a palette or even an empty tiny bottle to put some colors inside to mix them. For shame. The results are really disappointing. They're showing us one thing on the box, and then when you're actually doing it, it's a completely different thing. You can tell immediately that the marbling on the box was done in a completely different way than the technique that they're showing in their own instructions. It is absolute deceptive, misleading, and
Scammage!
The glitter tube. It comes in a tube, not something that you can sprinkle easily, something that you can open and probably make a huge mess everywhere. They have a guide that says advanced. So you would expect if there's an advanced technique, there should be a kind of guidance. Instead, you're left with your own devices to try and figure it out. Meanwhile, the materials don't really work, so you're left guessing how. Now, as I was doing the flower, you grains noticed that it just got dry and tacky. How am I supposed to finish a design if your material just keeps getting dry? And I kid you not, this was done in under 3 minutes. Probably 2, under 2, very quickly. Now let's say you're trying to remedy that and you're dabbing thick layers. All it ends up looking is just like a lumpy mess. It's not nail polish anymore, it's just lump and gross and diseased. I think it's a huge pity that we're not getting any kind of dotting tools. By having dotting tools, we can make thicker layers, and maybe the smudge technique would be nicer. I don't know, I'm just saying a dotting tool usually helps. Even their own instructions, when they're telling you go one direction, the actual result is completely different than the direction they're telling you to go into. Let me demonstrate. If you take a quick look here, you'll see that the signs say go this way. It's not being a zigzag. But if you look at the results over here, you can obviously see that there is a zigzag result. This is not just a one-way pushing. What's up with that? I'm not sure why, but this nail polish stained my nails and now I'm stuck with gross nails. It feels like it's food coloring. I'm not sure. It just smelled like yogurt the whole time through. And the last con, number 21. This kit is just not fun. I didn't see myself enjoying it because I tried to replicate the results. It didn't work. The actual layers of nail polish were too thin, and the instructions were not giving me anything to work with. Do I have any pros? The answer is no. I only have cons to say about this kit. There's just nothing good to say about this. And so with that said, I give this kit a 0 on 10 dorks. Is it worth it? No, don't waste your money. So, yeah. Crayola, you definitely keep my expectations low, and I thank you for it. For you grains who are interested, I'm just going to show off some stuff I got in Akibento, not sponsored, not affiliated. If you're interested, you can check them out. I just need to open these boxes somehow, and this is a good excuse. I got a Keshubu hat. I'm not familiar with this anime, so I'll have to check it out. A Time shoulder bag. Again, another anime I'm not familiar with, but this bag is pretty neat. An exclusive cover for Akibento of Cells at Work. Have you grains read this? Let me know. A Heaven's Lost Property sticker, Date Alive patch, and a t-shirt in the theme of Resolve, which is really cute. We don't usually get blue, but does it suit me, little grains? Should I be wearing this color? The next month theme is over here, so if you're interested, you can check it out. Again, not affiliated, not sponsored. I'm just doing this for fun, because they send them to me. If you want to watch a salty review, because you didn't get enough anger in this video, check it out over here. And if you want to watch a crafting video, check it out down here. This week I tried paper mache for the first time, so check it out. Until then, I will see you grains in the next video.